Hey guys, it's Kevin here at the Oligarch store. Now for today's episode, I actually have curated this selection of fragrances that all fall under the $200 price range. So in today's video, with all the fragrances that I am going to show you guys, I'll list both prices, the USD and the AUD. If you guys click on the website link provided below with all of these perfumes, that is the AUD prices. But this is a video that I wanted to make for those of you who are perhaps new to the niche fragrance space, just getting into it now. I found so many more customers after the last 2 years just come in as they've been sitting at home and watching reviews and videos and stuff, getting into more of the niche brands. So this is for you guys that are just entering into the space, and also for those of you who are perhaps just wanting to pick up spring summer fragrances for under $200. Starting with the first one, this is by Profumo di Firenze, the perfume of Florence. Now this is a brand that I had the privilege of going to Florence and meeting Simone, who runs the brand there, and Mauro, the owner of the brand. What I really love about Profumo di Firenze is that each and every one of their fragrances have been designed to represent an aspect of Italy, specifically Florence. So you have Fico, which is one of my favorite springtime fig fragrances. But for today, I wanted to showcase ZAFFERANO. As you guys might have guessed, ZAFFERANO translates to the word saffron. So this here is a saffron and rose, quite a sweet, lightly spicy fragrance for spring summer. It is beautiful, beautiful in the florals. What I actually really enjoy about the ZAFFERANO is that in the base, it focuses on a vanilla, which I find brings out the richness and the sweetness of this fragrance. So for me, I love wearing really sweet, almost gourmand-like fragrances for spring summer. This one I would not consider a gourmand. It is still built around the Turkish rose and the saffron. However, I find some of the notes of cedarwood gives it a really nice spicy woody element, and the vanilla gives it just this touch of subtle sweetness. The Turkish rose being one of my favorite roses, I find that the it has like this kind of sparkling pop on the top that really grabs your attention. It just gives me this kind of very, very happy, bright, summery vibes kind of feeling to it. Now for the ZAFFERANO, it comes in at 159 Australian dollars. So that falls at about, I think about 100 USD, which is a crazy, crazy price. And this video in particular, since it's the first one that I'm going to do this theme with, I wanted to find really, really great hidden gems in niche fragrances that offer true value. So bang for your buck, right? So this one is, yes, 159 Australian dollars, 100 USD, and it is a 100 ml bottle. So I thought, you know, doing this video, it could be easy. I could kind of cheat a bit by putting in just 30 ml extraits or like 50 ml fragrances that all fall under $200, but that would be too easy. So I thought, how about doing challenging myself a little bit here and going for true bang for your buck fragrances. The performance on this, I get about 4 hours on it, so it's a great office scent. This is a great daily scent where you wake up and as you're getting dressed, getting ready, put on a spray to wear for the day, wear it throughout the afternoon, and then when you are coming home, getting changed to go out for the evening, you would put on something else, an evening wear scent. So this one here is a great day scent recommendation. The next fragrance we're going to cover is SAGIRA. This is by Spirit of Kings. Now, Spirit of Kings is always a house that I recommend for those new into niche fragrances. If you guys want to explore more on the niche side of things, but if your nose is still accustomed to smelling more designer scents with really fresh aromatic components to it, go for something like Spirit of Kings. So Spirit of Kings here is in Australian dollars, it's 209. That equates to about 130 USD, which is really, really affordable. The bottles itself, people are attracted to the really cool design and the weight of the bottle. It's made out of this really nice heavy metal. What you're getting here with the SAGIRA is this citrus opening that it isn't your typical Italian bergamot. The citrus opening in this is actually quite a bitter mandarin, and there's a peach note in it as well. So it has a nice, quite subtle sweetness with a toffee as well. So it is quite an interesting an interesting pairing. You have that citrus top, which is very easy to wear in spring, summer. And then you have a really nice soft floral. So the rose in this is quite soft. It's not overly heavy in the rose. And you have that violet there too. Such a scent like this, I would consider as an office scent for guys and for girls. Both quite mass appealing. It's one of those very mass appealing scents, and one that's really easy to wear. For that kind of price range at 100 mils, it is very good value. If you guys are more into the fruitier scents, go down and check out Spirit of Kings. Their actual range expands to about, I think about 10 to 12 fragrances, and they have really popular ones that go in a more of a fruity direction, or they actually cover a range of quite dark and spicy oud scents as well, all sitting at the same price range. So it's a brand that's great to explore because it won't cost you an arm and a leg. They're all priced at the $130 range for all their fragrances. The third scent that I have added to this collection of fragrances is a brand new release by Navitus. So Navitus is a house, if you guys aren't aware, they do a lot of collaborations with very big content creators, YouTubers. This one in particular, they have collaborated with Bowtie Fragrance Guy. So I'm a big fan of his channel. He's a guy that you'll always see dressed very sharp in a suit, tie, button-up shirt, dressed to the nines, always dressed to perfection. And he comes across as quite a confident guy, a gentleman that you'd want in your business meetings who has your back, that kind of dude. Eau Debonaire. Debonaire actually means to dress up like a gentleman, look very sharp, look very put together, someone who's quite confident. And so I think he named this perfectly. Now this is a scent that I've been wearing all week. It is one that's made for, if you guys are after that classic gentleman scent, this is the one. So I think they've named it absolutely perfectly. Now, if you're looking for an office scent, one to wear to work, if you guys work in perhaps like a finance, legal, anything that requires you to wear like a button-up shirt, that kind of thing. Who else can I imagine wearing this? Somebody working in like real estate or investment, properties, if you are working with people with portfolios. Eau de Bonaire opens with some Italian bergamot. There's some petitgrain in there, some pepper, so it has this nice bright pop, this spicy pop as well. But for me, the focus is actually on the lavender. So there is a French lavender in this fragrance with Indian jasmine, sambac, and some tuberose and orange flower. Now for a video like this, I just had to add a name from Navitus because this is a house that, for me, offers incredible value. All their bottles are 100 mils, and they are creating fragrances at an extrait de parfum concentration. So performance-wise, for me, I've gotten honestly 6 to 8 hours on this, and for the price that you pay, the juice is superb. I feel like the Eau de Bonaire was made to be worn into meetings. So, you know, if you've got that big meeting coming up and you're looking for a statement piece, you know, you've got your strong power suit on, you need to pair it with a power fragrance. So Eau de Bonaire, check that one out. I would say keep it for spring, summer. Perhaps in the winter, you'd want to go for something more aromatic woody, or perhaps more of an aromatic leather in that direction. That's what I tend to do. This is a really beautiful, spicy opening. And then, you know, you think you need that touch of softness that adds a bit of approachability to how you look and also how you smell. And that is from the lavender. The next fragrance that I want to show you is from Perris Monte Carlo. This is from their Italy collection. So when you first think of that, you have in mind the very prominent citruses used in Italian fragrances. Generally, you'll find, you know, bergamot and lemon and those kind of things. This here is Arancia di Sicilia. So Arancia, if I'm not mistaken, translates to orange. And when you spray this, it is the strongest burst, the strongest burst of a really sweet and quite a ripe orange that I've ever smelt. These days, I am getting a little bored of just your typical bergamot openings where it stays like, these kind of fragrances are giving me like this cologne DNA and I get quite bored of it. This one has caught my attention. So what you're getting in here is that really sweet burst of orange, and you also have cinnamon in it. There's something quite sugary and sweet in the top. So if you're looking for a citrus fruity, close to a gourmand, Arancia di Sicilia, I cannot recommend this enough. It's a great price for a 100ml size. All the Perris Monte, well not all of them, the Perris Monte Carlos, they offer a 100ml size, and for certain collections they also have a smaller extrait version as well. First thing that comes to mind is summer. Honestly, this has the perfect summer vibes. It actually, for me, it wouldn't be an office scent or a work scent. The Arancia di Sicilia, I actually would say save it for more of those weekend summer afternoons, where perhaps you're meeting your friends for brunch on the weekend, or perhaps you're going out to the beach. This is a fragrance that you would save for the summer holidays. There's almost a Fanta-like, candy-like character to this, where the orange has this pop of fizziness. Sometimes you'll get that in citruses, particularly for me, grapefruit and orange. I never really get it with those barbershop style scents. And to be quite honest, I'm very bored of barbershop scents these days. So as you guys can see, for the spring summer collection here that I've curated, I don't have any barbershop style scent. This is a very unique one. And if you love orange, get your nose on Arancia di Sicilia. The next fragrance here is one of my favorite all-time scents to wear for a very nice, warm spring summer's day. So when the sun is out and it's like that 26, 28, 30 degree Celsius kind of day, I grab SUNPLOSION by Simone Andreoli. This is an Italian house that I consider doing some of the best citrus, sweet, gourmand scents. For me, I wear them in spring, summer, but you know, I have some friends that wear these kind of style scents all year round actually. And SUNPLOSION is, oh my God. SUNPLOSION is this just burst of lime smashed in with mangoes. So lime and mango is what you're getting. Specifically, I think it's mango pulp. So there's this nice creamy mango in here, but in the top note, it isn't a lemon or like a, you know, sour citrus like bergamot. It is lime, which I find has this nice sweeter undertone to it than something with like a bergamot in it. In the SUNPLOSION as well is actually guava, and they say that they use coconut water. I do kind of get this coconut, but sometimes in fragrances, coconut starts to blend in with notes of vanilla. So it isn't, the creaminess that you get from this fragrance is actually from the mango, not so much the coconut water. Now a scent like SUNPLOSION, I would say that this falls under the tropical fruits category. So the tropical gourmands. This is why I usually recommend it for people who are going overseas, going on holiday. A lot of people tend to like to grab a holiday scent so that when they're going to somewhere like, well, like, you know, I just got back from Vietnam and we visit some of the islands there. You could go to somewhere like Fiji. This one in particular, I think, has a focus on Hawaii. I think if you were to go to Hawaii, it would not be a complete trip unless you bring SUNPLOSION with you. That's just how incredible it smells, and how much it's paired to this tropical island feel, summer scent. And you know, if you are not able to get away on holiday and fly out, if you're having an afternoon on the beach, you're gonna go spend a day at the beach with the family, with some friends, a picnic along there, SUNPLOSION is this kind of scent that you'd want to bring. And the last one, I've said this one especially to last. This actually falls, well, it just makes it under the $200 price bracket. This one here is the latest release from the niche Greek perfume house, Manos, Gerakinis. Shout out to you, to my dear friend Manos. It was a pleasure to meet you at Essence in Italy this year. This is his latest release called METHEXIS. Now, METHEXIS is one that has a focus around the note of fig. Fig is, I find, it's a note that I don't really touch until springtime, until it starts to warm up. But, you know, perfect for this kind of video here. This is a fragrance that has fig at the center, and it's surrounded by honey, cinnamon, dried fruits. In the base, you're getting this vanilla and musk, I think amber in it as well. So This is really quite a beautiful scent. I find that it falls unisex, so both male and female here. It isn't overly sweet, although I did say like it's got honey and vanilla and stuff. It doesn't really focus on those notes where it uses it to add sweetness. I find the honey and the, you know, the amber, vanilla, cinnamon and stuff, they just complement the fig beautifully. I've had the METHEXIS last on me for about 8 hours. I have been wearing it on the warmer days. Those cooler days I was wearing, you know, more of your woody and oriental scents. This is a scent that I find is a really, really good transitional perfume where it's really trans-seasonal, going from winter, leading you into spring, most definitely summer, and then I think you could definitely wear this in fall as well. This has been 6 fragrances that I've curated for you guys, especially for spring, summer, all falling under the $200 price bracket. And I want you guys to jump down in the comments below, tell me your favorite fragrances that fall under the $200 price point. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you on the next episode. Ciao.